What's up, everybody? How you doing, everybody? Welcome to week 12, the Sunday edition of Exhaust Noise. This week delivers massive storylines across Supercross and MotoGP. Supercross Birmingham, Hunter Lawrence extends his 450 Supercross points lead. Ken Roczen charges from P12 to P2. Eli Tomac survives a brutal night. Haiden Deegan wins on the track but gets penalized in the 250 race. And Cole Davies takes the official 250 Supercross win. MotoGP Brazil, sprints and Grand Prix information coming up. Marc Márquez hunts down Diggia for a sprint win. Marco Bezzecchi dominates the GP for Aprilia. Martín takes it for makes it a 1-2 for Aprilia. CFMOTO sweeps Moto3 and wins Moto2. Full MotoGP standings heading into COTA coming up here in just a few minutes. Super glad that you're with us. If you missed the racing in the last 24 hours, oh my goodness, you got to go back and figure out how to watch it. The Supercross race was one of the best races of the entire season. I think it was round 10 in Birmingham. It was from start to finish, East meets West. We'll get into that in the 250 class. And the 450 class didn't disappoint either. It was an amazing night in Birmingham. So it was first time event there in a bit, and some really interesting races coming up on the Supercross calendar. So if you missed it, you got to find the recaps, find the racing and go watch it. Supercross.com, Supercross Live, wherever you digest your Supercross stuff. It was an amazing, amazing night. So I'm going to bring you results for that here in just a few minutes. Let me make sure I got everything in the intro here. Yeah, MotoAmerica Live Plus, MotoAmerica coming to Road America here at the end of May. That's a big Midwest event. If you're in the Midwest area, make sure you buy your tickets for that now. That is a massive event. There's going to be Harleys and Indians all over the place. It's one of the biggest events you'll find here in the Midwest region. Superbikes going almost 200 miles an hour in 3 different places on that racetrack. 4 miles of racing at Road America for the MotoAmerica Championship. Do not miss it. Camping's available. You can get RV spots. Buy your tickets for MotoAmerica at Road America coming up here in just a couple months. Welcome to Rockville is coming to Daytona. We've got an ad for that coming up here. And we've got a special promo for CVN stickers if you want. People ask me all the time for CVN merchandise and CVN stickers. So I'll tell you about that here in a few minutes. And of course, support your local motorcycle dealerships and trackside vendors, please. This is the way that we can support the sport. This is the way we keep the local economy of the sport thriving. So please support your local motorcycle dealerships and local trackside vendors. Subscribe to CVN, Cycle Vision Network, to get all your weekly race recaps. This is our thing now. So I'm going to bring you race recaps every week, every 2 weeks, based on what's happening in the world of motorcycling. We're going to do some events live from the racetrack. I'm going to be announcing a lot of events. We'll do stuff there. We'll talk to racers and local trackside vendors live from the facilities. And we're going to be doing a lot of events live from local motorcycle dealerships as well. So make sure you join us for those, but subscribe to all the socials so that you know when that stuff's coming up. We'll announce it well in advance. We'll have some fun partners that'll bring that stuff to you as well. But that's it. I am the Rain Man, Kenny Abbott, and this is Exhaust Noise. From the dirt bank turns of Birmingham, Alabama Supercross to the brilliant races in Brazil, the racing in the past 24 hours has been spectacular. So let's jump right into it. Talking about the CVN sticker promotion, you can win a free t-shirt. If you find me at the race events, ask me for a CVN sticker. I'll give you a sticker. If you post that sticker on your motorcycle or toolbox or something like that and take a picture of it, post it on your social media handles, and make sure you tag us in that so that we know, so that we can see it, and you'll be entered to win a free CVN t-shirt or hat or something like that. But we've got t-shirts to give away, so it's as simple as that. Ask me for a sticker, post it on your social media, tag us in that, and you're entered to win a free t-shirt this year. MotoAmerica Live Plus, where you stream every race. Don't forget, MotoAmerica Live Plus is the only place to watch every class, every session, every lap of the MotoAmerica National Road Race Championship, Superbikes, Super Sport, Super Twins, Talent Cup, Baggers, and Hooligans. It's all right there. Subscribe today at MotoAmerica.com and never miss a moment of racing from our North American Championship. All right, so let's jump right into our Supercross recap from Birmingham, Alabama last night. The 450 Supercross class, Hunter Lawrence controlled Alabama. Hunter Lawrence on the Honda HRC 450 delivered a championship level ride, taking the win and extending his points lead. He was smooth and confident, and he made zero mistakes running up front all night. He put the pressure on everyone else. Hunter didn't just win, he managed that race like a guy who knows exactly where the title is headed. So storylines from last night include Eli Tomac on the Red Bull KTM. He crashed in his heat race, and one of the other riders' legs got tangled in his rear wheel, and so he couldn't get going again until they freed the other rider from that. Everybody was okay. It's just neither rider could do anything or move because it was all tangled up. So by the time they got him free, he didn't have enough time left in the race to get back to the front. So he had to go to the LCQ, which, so physical damage, just exhaustion, maybe a little damage on the motorcycle, but they got everything ready to go. And, but he wasn't riding with his normal aggression in the main event. That being said, for whatever reason, he was still able to salvage a third place podium. He rode incredible. I think it took away, having to do that LCQ took a little bit away from maybe what he could have done in the race. Just my opinion. But like I said, Eli Tomac, Red Bull KTM, still salvaged a third place podium position after having to go to the LCQ because he got tied up with another rider in his heat race. Ken Roczen on the HEP Suzuki had the ride of the night, charging from P12 all the way up to P2 with his normal elite pace. He was making some spectacular passes, and he was a wild man through the whoop section, making several passes there as well to get to that podium position. I mean, he was faster through the whoop section than probably anybody else all night. And so you saw him just hunting down riders and just waiting to get to that section and would just blow by him. It was really, really spectacular. Cooper Webb on the Star Yamaha collided with another rider, went down, and then had to fight his way back. He was in a podium position, but he had to fight his way all the way back, losing valuable championship points. He's still good. He's still okay, but the returning champ, it wasn't a clean night for him. And that's really been one of his problems all year, is he just gets tangled up and gets behind people and just isn't able to make up the time. But he's still a true champion. He's still working his way back up there for that Star Yamaha team. And there's still some time to go for him to make up those points. So we'll see how he does there. Jorge Prado on the other Red Bull KTM, that's Eli Tomac's teammate, grabbed the whole shot, but faded back to P4, which may have been one of his best nights of the year so far since Anaheim, when we saw him on the podium there. So maybe he'll use that momentum in future rounds to get back to the podium where we saw him in Anaheim. But it was a good night for Prado. He was riding real strong. He was passing guys. He was racing. There's some consternation because he tends to cross the track a lot. So he'll jump and he'll cross track. He'll go through whoops and he'll cross track. And that tends to get some of the other riders fairly angry. So I don't know if that's just a European thing or what, but there's some discussions about that. And I think that some people are going to let their feelings be known over the next week or so. But Prado, great finish. Remember the last round, he got 3-6 in the Triple Crown. He got 3 6th place finishes. So that was really strong for him. Got him back up to 6th in the championship. This 4th place ride did well for him as well. So here's what the night looked like. Here's your top 5. 450 Supercross, Birmingham results. Hunter Lawrence on the Honda took the win, and he'll hold on to that championship lead. Ken Roczen was 2nd. Eli Tomac 3rd on the KTM. Jorge Prado was 4th on the KTM. And Justin Cooper was 5th on the Yamaha. So the 450 Supercross standings look like this. Hunter Lawrence leads the championship with 221 points. Eli Tomac is 2nd with 212 points. So doing the math, it's a 9-point difference. that could easily change in one round. And there's a triple crown coming up. So there's some points to be given and taken there. Ken Roczen is third in the championship at 190 points. Cooper Webb, again, last year's defending champion, is fourth. He's still right there, 187 points, only a few points back from Roczen. And Justin Cooper is fifth in the point standings with 158. So here's where it gets really interesting. The 250 East-West showdown, Deegan wins on the track, but he's penalized afterwards. Haiden Deegan on the Star Yamaha, he is running the 250 West Coast Championship and has dominated. He's won every round out there, 5 straight. He got a terrible start. He got buried back in 10th place. He had to charge all the way through the field and won the race on the racetrack, but in the process, they had an inside track and an outside track, and they had them divided with these markers. And apparently he went outside and then cut across one of those markers towards the end and crossed into the inside track, and they penalized him 1 position for it. So instead of winning the race, he finished second behind the other Yamaha rider, Cole Davies. So anyway, he charges all the way back from 10th to 1st, wins, but penalized 1 position for crossing lanes in the split lane section. So Cole Davies on the other Star Yamaha, which he was leading the East Coast Championship, he's credited with the win. So my Rain Man race notes, Deegan rode like a championship contender, clearly the fastest man in the field. He settled into a really good pace after getting stuck back there in 10th place, picking off just the next guy. So he just focused on the next guy who was able to get back up front until he was finally in the lead. And at the end of the race there, he kept his composure after that horrible start and just kept working his way back up through the field. So that was really, really impressive. But rules are the rules. And so East Coast stole one back at the end of the night. Cole Davies will get credited with the win on the Yamaha. Haiden Deegan credited with second on the Yamaha. RJ Hampshire on the Husqvarna was third. Levi Kitchen was fourth on the Kawasaki. And Joe Shimoda, good ride for him on the Honda, was fifth. Next Supercross rounds are Detroit, where it's usually a tight rutted technical racetrack, followed by St. Louis, another triple crown, and then Nashville, a hybrid outdoor style track. So a lot of racing yet to come in the Supercross Championship. So make sure you check that out. Coming up, make sure you subscribe to their YouTube channels, supercross.com. Anyway, wherever you take in Supercross, you can watch it on network TV as well. So that's where I pick it up. Next up, a quick reminder to support your local dealerships and trackside vendors. Please support your local motorcycle dealerships and trackside suppliers. Yes, you can sometimes find parts cheaper online, but there's a reason for that, and we'll talk about that in future shows. Your local shops and trackside suppliers, they're always going to have the best products in the industry. They usually match online prices. They'll custom fit your helmets properly so you get the right helmet with the right fit. They usually handle all of your custom returns. So you order something that's custom, or you order something and it doesn't fit or whatever else, they'll return it for you, usually for free. So it saves you a little bit of cash there. And they help you choose all the right gear. Sometimes they've been to the shows, they put their hands on them. Dealer reps have brought them in. So they've actually put their hands on some of this stuff. So it's a good reason to buy your local parts and accessories and apparel from local dealerships and your trackside vendors. They also keep you connected to the local riding community, so you know what's going on, get you to the races. So support the sport by supporting your local dealers. It does matter. In the Midwest region, one of our local track guys, Superbike Supply, Eric Bezzecchi, go to superbikesupply.com and get all your local gear, leathers. They even have rental leathers, fuel jugs, brake lines, you name it, they've got it for you. Feral Performance is another one. Turn One Racing is another one in our area. So support your local trackside folks But Superbike Supply, you'll find them at the racetracks this year. They got everything that you would possibly need, including helmets that they can custom fit for you. Coming up last weekend of May is MotoAmerica at Road America. Road America hosts the MotoAmerica Road Racing Championship the last weekend of May here in the Midwest region. It's only a couple hours from Chicago. It's an hour north of Milwaukee. So get your tickets at MotoAmerica.com or RoadAmerica.com and come experience America's National Park of Speed. And we'll do some live shows from there as well. So you can actually be part of the CVN live show and as part of that. Let me click something here real quick. Get this rolling. There we go. Get that back on track. Next up, MotoGP World Championship Brazil Saturday sprint recap. So I don't know if you saw Saturday, but Friday was a mess. The field was upside down compared to what we thought it was going to be. And then Saturday kind of flipped it on its ear again. Marc Márquez didn't dominate. He was actually hunting most of the race. He shadowed Fabio Di Giannantonio for most of the race. Try to say that really fast. Di Giannantonio. So Marc shadowed Fabio for most of the sprint race. It was a 15-lap sprint race, waited for the perfect moment, and then launched a daring and really fast late race pass with only a couple laps to go. From there, he had to defend for the next lap and a half, 2 laps in every corner. At first, you saw him go by Fabio, and you thought, oh, he's braking super late. He's going to run wide. And he got the thing stopped and parked. And you could tell that Gianantonio was ready to come underneath him. It just didn't happen. So Marc held his line, and he just was aggressive and held his line in every single turn and was able to defend and bring it home. So Marc Márquez won the Brazilian Grand Prix sprint race on Saturday afternoon, which is going to do good things for his championship hunt, but it put him in good position for the Sunday race as well. So anyway, he defended every corner like a champion because he is one. It was vintage Marc Márquez, patient, violent, and absolutely perfect when it mattered. He got the bike stopped after that very fast pass in the long right-hander at the end of the straightaway, then defended inside, made Fabio find a way past, and just didn't allow him the opportunity to strike back. So my Rain Man race notes for the sprint race: Marc Márquez was calculated, aggressive, and brilliant. Di Giannantonio led most of the race, but not the most important lap, which was the last lap. Zarco, who was Friday's top qualifier, he faded way back into the sprint. Yamaha was fast early, and then they were invisible late. So the Yamahas clearly have early race pace when the tire is new, but then as everything fades, they fade to back. KTM struggled with grip, maybe due to the limited track time. It just didn't get the setup right. And Aprilia was consistently strong as expected, but it was Marc Márquez able to take the win on Saturday. Shift over to Sunday, way better weather, so everything was a little bit more consistent. We'll look real quick at the Moto3 Brazilian Championship. The winner was Maximo Kyles on the CFMOTO Aspar KTM. Second place, Marco Morelli on the same motorcycle. So the CFMOTO Aspar KTM team swept 1-2 on the podium, and then third was Veda Pratama, the Honda Team Asia rider. Fourth place was Alvaro Carpe on the Red Bull KTM, and Guido Pini on the Leopard Honda was fifth. My Rain Man race notes: CFMOTO didn't just show up. They took over and swept 1-2 on the podium in the Moto3 class. It looks like CFMOTO is here to stay. They're making moves in MotoGP, Moto2, Moto3. There's something to be said here for what they're doing. So maybe we need to get to your local CFMOTO dealer and check them out. Which leads us to Moto2. The Moto2 winner was also on the CFMOTO Indy Aspar Kalex team. That was Daniel Holgado. He sat on pole and he took the win. He was dominant. He just kind of ran away. Daniel Munoz on the Italtrans Kalex machine. He was there for a little bit at the beginning. He let Holgado take off, and then he closed again at the end. It's almost like he took Holgado by surprise and was able to pass him, and then Holgado just passed him back, and it was race over. Third place went to Manuel Gonzalez on the Dynavolt Intact GP Kalex team. Fourth place was Alex Eskrig on the Clint Racing bike, and then the other CFMOTO Indy Aspar rider David Alonso was fifth. Joe Roberts, the OnlyFans American race team rider, was way back in 18th, so not a good outing for him. CFMOTO is the real deal in Moto2, qualifying fast, racing faster, and making the big teams really, really nervous. Which takes us to the MotoGP Brazilian Grand Prix results, which just finished up about an hour or two ago. Bezzecchi wins big. Aprilia arrives at MotoGP finally and starts to dominate, and Ducati just bleeds points at this round. So winner was Marco Bezzecchi on the factory Aprilia RS GP26. Second place went to Jorge Martín on the other Aprilia RS GP26. Third place was Fabio Di Giannantonio on the VR46 Ducati. Fourth place was Marc Márquez on the Lenovo Ducati. He just didn't have a great showing in the length of the race. And the Aprilias just looked like they just had a stronger plan, and they were just better on that tire at the end, maybe. So Marc Márquez just off the podium, but able to gain some points back from the last couple rounds. Iogura on the Trackhouse Aprilia was fifth. 6th to 10th was Alex Marquez, Acosta, Aldeguer, Zarco, and Fernandez. 11th to 15th was Marini, Morbidelli, Morera, Rins, and Bastianini. And then 16th and 17th was the Yamaha of Quartararo and Toprak. And then Vinales was 18th. The DNFs included Mir, Bagnaia, Binder, and Miller. So Rainman Race Notes on the MotoGP round, Aprilia didn't just win, they owned Brazil, and Bezzecchi looks like the man who wants a crown. So the 2026 MotoGP World Championship standings look like this. Marco Bezzecchi has 56 points on the factory Aprilia. Jorge Martín is second with 45 points on the other factory Aprilia. Pedro Acosta has 42 points, only 3 points back from Martín on the Red Bull KTM. Fabio Di Giannantonio has 40 points on the VR46 Ducati. Marc Márquez way back at 34 points, so a 22-point deficit to the championship leader right now for the Lenovo Ducati rider Marc Márquez. Sixth is Ogura on the Trackhouse Aprilia. Fernandez on the other Trackhouse Aprilia is seventh. Alex Marquez, Gresini Ducati, eighth. Binder on the Red Bull KTM is ninth, with Morbidelli on the other VR46 Ducati is 10th. Next round is the Red Bull Grand Prix of the Americas, the USGP at COTA, the Circuit of the Americas, coming up in Austin, Texas on March 27 to 29. My Rainman Race Notes, COTA is Marc Márquez territory, man. He just dominates there. Whatever it is about the United States, Marc Márquez is just dominant. So Marc Márquez is looking forward to COTA. It's a chance for him to make up some points, but Aprilia is rolling into Texas with a lot of momentum. So this could be interesting. Will Ducati dominate again in the heart of the Texas, or will Aprilia ascend to the top of the box to steal the points from brilliant Bezzecchi? Can Marc make up the margin to close the gap on the championship points? We'll soon see. So stay tuned to CVN for all the latest in what's happening in the world of motorcycling. For events, news, race results, and more, visit MotoAmerica.com, AmericanFlatTrack.com, ASRARacing.com, Wira.com, AHRMA, AHRMA.org, Motovid.com, and of course, RoadRacingWorld.com, CycleNews.com, and Crash.net. This is where you're going to find most of the news for this industry. So we'll credit them with A lot of the information that we're able to gather on a weekly basis, it's the go-to for everybody in the industry. So thank you to all of them who continue to just put good information out there. We want to thank the following companies for their support, and we will be announcing some fun programs coming up soon. If you are interested in supporting the show, please reach out to me and we'll put something together for you. And we do encourage you, please go to YouTube and pull those links and share the links from the YouTube channel. It's going to be cleaner that way. It's easier. It gives you all the hashtags that you want. It gives you all the SEO stuff that you might want to post. So if you want to repost anything that you see here on CycleVision Network, go to the YouTube page, follow the CVN CycleVision Network YouTube page, use those links and use those hashtags for all of your posts. But we do want to thank AMSOIL, power that doesn't quit. Exhaust noise is powered by AMSOIL, the first in synthetics. If you want the best protection for your engine, your transmission, your race bike, your street bike, or your ATV, AMSOIL has you covered. Racers trust it, champions trust it, and if you care about performance, you should trust it too. AMSOIL, the power that doesn't quit. Two Brothers Roundhouse in Aurora, Illinois. Tonight's show is brought to you by Two Brothers Roundhouse in Aurora, the official hangout of the Midwest motorsports community. Great food, great drinks, live music, and best atmosphere in the western suburbs. If you're in the area, stop in, grab a bite, and tell them the Rain Man from CVN sent you. Flip Designs, graphic designs. You might see some different designs that we have from CycleVision Network, Exhaust Noise, my other businesses and stuff, but that's all done by Flip Design and Phil at Flip Design Graphic Design. If you need graphics, you need branding, you need race team, business, or event to actually look professional, Flip Design has you covered. Logos, posters, wraps, social media graphics, whatever you need, they'll make it pop. Flip Designs for all your graphic design needs. Third Degree Designs, they also produce all of our t-shirts and hats, jackets, everything we do with CycleVision Network. If you need shirts, uniforms, hats, hoodies, or custom apparel for your team or business, Third Degree Designs is the place. Quality printing, fast turnaround, and they support the local motorsports community. Get your crew looking sharp with Third Degree Designs. This is the one I've been waiting for. Daytona International Speedway is hosting Welcome to Rockville. Check out DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com for upcoming events, including the massive Welcome to Rockville Festival, May 7 through 10. Over 150 rock bands invade the high banks and Lake Lloyd of Daytona Beach. Get your tickets from Speedway Ticket Office or online at DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com. Over 150 bands. No joke. This place, it's going to be, it's just the speedway full of music. I can't wait. May 7 through 10. It's called Welcome to Rockville. Get your tickets today. Road America is hosting MotoAmerica Round coming up. As we mentioned earlier, it's MotoAmerica at Road America. It's always very confusing when we try to tell people. But also support AFT, ASRA, WIRA, ARMA, MotoVid, Road Racing World, Cycle News, Crash.net, and all of your local dealerships. So that we can keep this the money in the economy and local money in local racing. So make sure you get out to your local dealership, even if it's just hanging out, but ask your local dealerships what events are happening in our area, what local clubs can I join, and then support that local economy. Well, that's it for this week's show. Please support your local motorcycle dealerships and trackside suppliers. Support the sport by supporting your local dealers. It does matter. I'm the Rain Man, Kenny Abbott, and this is Exhaust Noise. Now it's time for us to gear up and head out. Ride safe, everybody.